Hello friends and welcome to a new art video. Today I'm going to test and review the new 90 acrylic marker set from ARRTX. And if you don't know, a few videos back I tried the SimTab markers and I like them so much. So ARRTX was so kind to send me another set, a bigger one, and I can't wait to see the differences between SimTab and these acrylic markers, to see if they perform as well and to see if they are easier to activate, because this took me like a couple of hours and I had a hard time. So let's get started and see how they work in my sketchbook. The very first thing I noticed is the packaging, which is very different from the SimTab markers, and there are also two sticker sheets inside, and I'm going to explain you later how you can use them. So basically the difference is the barrel, which is thinner and so it contains less ink, and also it misses the color number. So this is the reason why you have these stickers. You can attach them both on the barrel, or you can choose to attach just one sticker to each barrel. I'm going to show you how I do it later. And also the brush nib is the same, which is a great thing, because I really loved the brush nib of the SimTab, so I'm very happy to find it here in these markers too. You can now decide whether to attach both stickers on the barrel or just one. I personally decided to attach the little sticker on the bottom of the barrel and that's it, and use the second sticker on my swatches so that everything is well organized in my sketchbook. The great thing about these markers is that they are already loaded with ink, so you don't have to activate them like the SimTab. If you've watched my latest video, you have noticed the valve of the marker that I had to push a lot of times in order to activate it and to make the ink flow. And this is not the case. They're already loaded, so they're full with ink. You can swatch right away and that's it. Anyway, it's funny how ARRTX want us to spend some more time with the markers and the product just from the beginning, because even in this case we have to attach the stickers and so it takes some time. It's not like a fast process. When it comes to the colors, I think they are very rich and vibrant, just like the SimTab markers, so I think the ink quality is the same, but I can't understand the color numbers. I mean, some of the colors have a C, and I think this stands for cool. In fact, those shades are a bit less reddish, and some of the colors have also an A and an S, and I don't know what those letters are for. Anyway, when it comes to the swatches, make sure you don't mess the colors in the box, because this is the order you have to follow in order to put the sticker on the right marker. Some of the shades are very similar, so if they are messed up, you can get them wrong. Like in my case, I had some troubles with these orangey shades, the C17 and 17, because I think the order in the box wasn't right. In fact, I suggest you to first swatch the color on the paper and then attach the sticker, so you can figure out if the sticker is right, is corresponding to the right marker. So yeah, this is the only suggestion I have for the swatching part. At some point I realized that 90 colors were actually too much for one page, but I don't know how, somehow I made it and I filled just one page in my sketchbook, so now I can start drawing and testing these colors out. And one last thing about the packaging is this box, which is very nice because it has separate spaces, so you can put each marker in their place. And in order to prevent them from drying out, you have to put them upside down, and then that's it. Everything is organized and nice on your desk. Now the process is very similar to the one I did with the SimTab markers, because the brush tips are the same and also the ink is the same, even if the colors are much more and I have a larger variety to choose from. And yeah, basically the output is the same, but I decided to go for a more graphic style. So basically very defined shapes and shadows, and not so much blending as I did in a previous video, because acrylic markers are basically acrylic ink, so it's very opaque. It's difficult to smudge shapes with another color because you'll get the brush nib very dirty and totally mess. So just try to think of shapes like separate shapes and let the shadows have these defined edges, and that's it. I think there is a good color selection because there are a lot of shades. These are 90 shades, so you have a lot to choose from. But I also think that are missing some cool brownish color. I don't have any sepia or umber, like very cool shades that I usually use for shadows or also to do very dark parts in my drawings. The brown shades in this set are very reddish and orangey, so I don't like it very much. But anyway, if you love the pastel shades and if you don't need a lot of earthy tones, you're gonna enjoy this set. If you want to create highlights, you can both use colored pencils, like a very light colored pencil on top of a very dark acrylic color, and this layers very well. But you can also choose a color for your highlight, like for example a very pastel blue, like a lavender blue, and then go on top with a dark color and let out some sharp edged shapes, so this will create a very nice contrast. This brush nib is very nice because it has a very flexible pointy tip that you can use for details like the eyes or the highlights on the eyes. But if you press harder on the paper, you can also get larger lines. So I alternate between a hard pressure and a very light pressure for this bug's feet, and the effect is so cute. So now that we are towards the end of this video, you may be wondering if this color set worth it. And talking about price, this color set is about 70 euros. I've just checked on Google, while the SimTap 48 set is about 30 euros. So I think this is right because you have twice the colors for twice the price. And you can also find a 60 color set in the same format for 55 euros. Honestly, if I had to choose, I would choose this format and not the SimTap one because these markers are thinner, so these are more pencil case friendly, and also I think these are more beginner friendly. First of all, because they don't have that ugly valve that you have to activate every time. And I've also broken a few SimTap markers because of the valve. I've pushed it too hard and a lot of ink went outside, while these markers are ready to go, so you just have to open them and use them, that's it. Of course, the ink inside may be less because the barrel is thinner, but honestly, I couldn't find any details about the quantity of ink inside. Anyway, I don't know how much these markers will last me before they dry out or before the ink runs out. I'll let you know in the future how many times I've used them before they're not more usable. But yeah, for just sketchbook practice, I think they're very nice if you want to explore new medium and if you want to have fun in your sketchbook. But if you're more drawn to earthy tones and to a more painterly style, I would avoid this medium because I think it would not be the right fit for you. So I hope this video was useful for you to better understand how these markers work and how they perform on paper. And overall, I hope this sketchbook painting also inspires you to draw something in your sketchbook today. And I'd also be happy to find you in my next video next week. So don't forget to subscribe and to activate notifications. Bye!